likely to find out the price of freedom today. I'm Jeff Jower.
And I'm Rick Levine for Planet Pulse on this Sunday, September 15th, where the moon is in Aquarius and freedom is not just another word for nothing left to lose.
No, freedom is an opportunity to expand and explore experiences outside the narrow confines of all of our duties, obligations, and expectations. But I don't think we're getting a free ride today because that moon in freedom-loving Aquarius runs into a square with restrictive Saturn and also a square with Venus.
I'm going to see how many cliches I can fit into a 2-minute Planet Pulse. There's no free lunch.
All right, that's one.
That's one. That's two. The moon in Aquarius really does encourage us to explore, to try things that we've never tried, to do things differently. And yet it's square to the approaching conjunction of Venus and Saturn. It really puts like a restraint on it. We become like our own internal governor. We don't need someone else to tell us not to do something. We think about being free, and then we think of all the reasons why we can't be or shouldn't be, and we perhaps hold our own voice in or hold our own expression.
And what the costs and the consequences are. And yet I think in some cases, the calculation can be made that it's worthwhile to pay that price to become free of a certain pattern in a relationship, a certain set of obligations. So I think as always, every day we describe things in a number of ways and could go on and on and on in expanding those descriptions. But I think the fulcrum point today is to make a realistic assessment so that we can determine where we want to invest our time and energy.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that assessment we make today may not be an assessment of something that we're going to do now or in the future. It may be an assessment of something we did yesterday. Remember, we're coming off of Mars having just trined Uranus yesterday. And Uranus is the planet of freedom. And so we may have already done something that has gone like a bridge too far. There's another cliche. It's like we've taken something too far. We may have already gone for the expression. And today, as the moon squares that Saturn and squares the Venus, we may kind of think about what we did and maybe have some regrets and may want to clean up our act or cover our ground a little bit to make up for our actions. I'm Rick Levine.
I'm Jeff Jower for Planet Pulse.